Hey guys, LevelCap here, and today in gaming, a massive hack might have compromised Battlefield 2042. NVIDIA are catching heat, Call of Duty might be skipping E3, and much more. EA suffered a major hack with the perps stealing source code for FIFA 21, the Frostbite game engine, EA software development kits, and more. In total, 780 gigabytes of data was stolen. EA confirmed the breach in an official statement. They said despite the severity of the intrusion, no player data was compromised, and they don't expect it to have any impact on the games or business. Considering Battlefield 2042 is just around the corner from launching, the source code for the engine it runs on being available to cheat developers is somewhat alarming. It's unclear if the hacker stole the source code for the specific version of Frostbite that 2042 runs on. FIFA 21 runs on Frostbite 3, and as far as Wikipedia is concerned, so does the next Battlefield game. This could have sweeping consequences for 2042, and it certainly sounds like EA have a big challenge ahead of them containing this breach's impact. Now, regarding actual Battlefield news, DICE finally revealed Battlefield 2042 yesterday with an incredible trailer. They also released a ton of supporting information to clarify what the game will offer. The game's standout features are a return to modern military combat, 128 player support on PC and next-gen consoles, big maps, and some fun overhauls to existing mechanics. Overall, the reveal trailer has done incredibly well. It's been the #1 trending video on YouTube basically since launch, and the general reaction by players is overwhelmingly positive. DICE are releasing a gameplay trailer this Sunday, so be sure to stay tuned for our coverage of that. I'm sure it'll answer many questions left lingering in the wake of the reveal trailer. That said, there are some points of criticism from the Battlefield fanbase regarding some of the new features. The biggest subject being talked about that I've seen is in regards to the new specialist system replacing the traditional class system. Picking from 10 different specialists with names and specific abilities instead of just a basic class type is being viewed as copying too much from the Call of Duty franchise. And while named characters on the Battlefield are not a first for the franchise, as Battlefield 5 was already experimenting with custom skins, it's certainly not something that the entire fanbase is on board with. There's also been some critiques about the all weapons for all classes approach and the abandonment of a single player campaign, reducing the overall value. There's still plenty of time between now and the Battlefield launch, so it'll be interesting to see if DICE dives into the rationale behind some of their design decisions a bit more. NVIDIA launched a new GPU today, or at least they did on paper. The RTX 3070 Ti flew off digital store shelves instantly this morning. It has an MSRP of $600, which is a weird spot in NVIDIA's product stack. On the one hand, you're basically getting the RTX 3080 performance for $100 off. But on the other hand, the previous generation RTX 2070 Super was only $500. Obviously, the 3070 Ti outperforms the 2070 Super, but they occupy the same hardware tier in their respective generations. So NVIDIA are essentially charging an extra $100 for the same class of product from one generation to the next. Of course, criticizing MSRP prices almost seems silly at this point, considering it's almost impossible to get a card at MSRP. NVIDIA also caused a little bit of an uproar last week when they released the RTX 3080 Ti. At an MSRP of $1,200, it's $500 more than the RTX 3080, while only offering a 10% performance increase in best case scenarios. Many reviewers highlighted the price to performance disparity. When a card like the RTX 3070 is going for $1,400 on eBay, an MSRP of $1,200 almost seems reasonable. However, at the end of the day, NVIDIA is not a charity. They're going to price their GPUs at whatever the market will support. If that means grossly inflating MSRPs, then that's what's going to happen. Ultimately, I think we're just going to be on the hook until hardware manufacturers can outpace the scalpers. The real question is, will companies like NVIDIA and AMD continue to charge exorbitant prices once the stock crisis is over? Hardware flying off the shelves at astronomical prices today certainly sets a precedent for future products, and I don't think NVIDIA or AMD are going to willingly reduce their prices if they don't have to. The next Call of Duty game might be skipping its usual E3 reveal. Rumors claim Call of Duty Vanguard, the working title for Sledgehammer's World War II-themed entry in the franchise, will be revealed exclusively in Warzone. They claim the reveal will happen later this summer, and that Warzone will be getting a World War II-themed map set in the Pacific to tie into Vanguard. It's tough to say for sure if these rumors have set any merit. Activision have confirmed that Sledgehammer are developing Call of Duty 2021. Their previous game was called Call of Duty World War II, so it seems likely that their next game will also be a historical shooter. But skipping an E3 reveal isn't Activision's style. They want as many eyeballs as possible on the reveal, so maybe the initial reveal will happen in Warzone, or there'll be an in-game event that coincides with the E3 reveal. Either way, it's safe to assume Call of Duty will attend E3 this year to some capacity. In current Call of Duty news, the developers just revealed the Season 4 update. It launches on the 17th. It'll include new maps for Cold War and an update to Verdansk with a crashed satellite appearing on the map. One of the new maps for Cold War is fan favorite Hijacked from Black Ops 2. The other normal multiplayer map coming with the update supports both 6v6 and 12v12 modes. It's called Collateral. Season 4 will add more Zombies Outbreak content as well. Respawn just made a controversial change to Apex Legends. Players have been reporting widespread DDoS attacks in their matches for weeks. Respawn's solution just rolled out today, and it will automatically close the server down when a DDoS attack is detected. The shutdown will roll back any stat changes for all affected players, which is good, but it raises the question, won't DDoSers just abuse the system to maliciously end matches for everyone in a game? DDoSers typically do what they do to ensure that they win the match, but it's also highly likely that this system will be abused to just shut down a game that some player is not enjoying. A Valorant streamer made a 1000 IQ play and exposed himself stream sniping while live. Semi-pro player S2A was streaming himself playing ranked matches on Twitch this past Monday. He was matched against a high-profile player named Diamond and made some dubious plays during their match. Diamond accused S2A of stream sniping, which he denied. But moments later, S2A accidentally showed himself watching Diamond's stream on a second monitor. Twitch has since banned S2A for violating their terms of service. Microsoft announced some interesting new ways to play Xbox titles. They're rolling out an Xbox TV app that offers their Cloud X game streaming service. They're also working on a dedicated streaming stick that users can plug into existing TVs. That's on top of them opening up access to xCloud on iOS and web browsers in the next few weeks. Basically, if you have a device with internet access and a web browser, the chances are it'll run Xbox games soon. They'll announce more details during their E3 presentation on Sunday. Overwatch 2 is taking notes from Battlefield. Blizzard says their upcoming game will have a dynamic weather system that will give maps a more dynamic presentation from match to match. The weather states won't just be cosmetic lighting changes though. Sandstorm and other weather effects will impact gameplay by limiting visibility. It's unclear if the dynamic weather will be in the game's PvP modes, but it'll certainly play a role in its co-op PvE campaigns. As for Overwatch 1, the developers just announced crossplay will enter beta soon. All players on all platforms will be able to group up and play against each other, assuming you have a Battle.net account linked to your platform of choice. Before we get to our final story today, I'd just like to say thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future news coverage. The National Music Publishers Association is suing Roblox for $200 million. The NMPA claims music tracks from big-name artists are being distributed via the game without compensation. Roblox players can pay to upload MP3 files with real money. These tracks can then be used in player-created content and played back by other users. The NMPA says this is a violation of copyright. Roblox has been heavily criticized for being targeted at younger kids while monetizing various content and activities. It sounds like the NMPA have a pretty strong case, but it's tough to say for sure what will happen. Roblox might settle out of court. They could also appeal the case or take it to trial. Whatever happens, it'll probably cause some significant changes in the game. And that wraps it up for today in gaming. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is Level Cap signing off.